Surgery is a hands-on, tactile, device-oriented kind of specialty. And there's a substantial subset of surgeons who want to push the envelope and make things better. "3D printing has revolutionized our ability to develop sophisticated medical devices. I've been involved with inventing medical devices for almost 40 years. And up until relatively recently, we didn't have this 3D printing capability. Where it's so impactful is in transforming ideas into prototypes, physical prototypes that you can test.
So when I'm talking with a surgeon and he's sharing his ideas, sketches are always helpful. And many surgeons are actually pretty creative. They have a good idea of what it is that they're looking for and what they want done and want accomplished. And as I'm asking certain questions, they provide the information I need to kind of build it in my head. So we have a really short initial meeting that we discuss their goals and how we can assist in those goals and whether or not we're capable of actually converting a 3D model and what the benefit would be into using certain processes to get to that end result.
None of us are medical professionals, and so when somebody comes in and says, I have a better idea to do an appendectomy, we're like, okay, let's see. Because we have a fair amount of experience in how to fabricate various things, and we also know a fair amount about kind of some of the FDA requirements in terms of safety and efficacy and things like that. So we can provide that kind of guidance also in the design of whatever the thing is.
So here's an example of what we used to have to do. So this was a part of the invention called an applier, and it is about 10 times bigger than the real applier needs to be. So this was developed maybe 10 years or so ago. We have great machinists here at the University of Iowa. I would go down to the machine shop and they would help me turn the idea into an actual device. It's an elegant device, but it took months and months and months to build out, and it cost a lot. This is the way we used to do things. So here's an example of a 3D printed applier. This little thing here looks simple, but there are very sophisticated mechanistic features to this device. This was from Protostudios. I think this is one of their first devices. I had been following it, this 3D printing, they call it the fourth or fifth industrial revolution, but it wasn't until we had it here at the University of Iowa. It's just extraordinary how things have just flipped and turned around.
The state of Iowa sees the medical device industry and an opportunity within the state as a hidden gem, and that this is a fundamental tool to help promote that. So the Office of Innovation is something that was developed about 5 years ago, and the university had an understanding that they weren't supporting faculty and staff that were creating inventions, and they wanted to see more of that translated from research into actual impact. The majority of the work that I do is focused on the healthcare side, because about 70% of the intellectual property created at this university is in the healthcare realm. So once Protostudios was originally started in Merge, and then we opened an office here at UIHC, which has dramatically propelled the use of this service around campus.